Oh, this is from second period. Hold on. Ah, my bad. Okay. So I started looking over your homework with you at the end of class. But okay, for number 8, they give you f of x equals, and then they give you a list of, a list of points. So you have negative 13, 5, negative 9, negative 9, negative 5, negative 2, negative 1, negative 5. Oh, wow, we need to come this way a lot. Hold on. Okay, we'll just, there. 0, negative 4. I'm not going to be able to fit them all. Okay, and then 4, 6, and so on. Okay. So they give you a list of points. I didn't write them all. There are 2 more. I just don't have room. My bad. Find f of negative 1 of x. This means find the inverse. Find the inverse. So you switch the x and y values. So this becomes your x value. That becomes your y value. Oop. Yeah. Negative 9, nothing changes. Technically, this becomes your x, this becomes your y, but they're the same number. Negative 2, negative 5. Negative 5, negative 1. Okay. Negative 4, 0, and then 6, 4. And so on. Sorry. And then do the last 2. Oh, that's all. So that's number 8. Number 9, you're supposed to graph. Hold on. Let me pause you so I'll graph it. Okay. Here is the graph that's in your book. So if you're going to, this is the graph of f of x. This is f of x. And so they want you to write the inverse, or graph the inverse, I'm sorry. So go ahead. I would find your 3 points. So f of x, here it has the point, this guy. So that's 1, 4. Okay, so then that's my on the glare, probably a little bit. Yep, of course I am. Okay, so the point is 1, 4. You have to do the inverse, so they switch. So 4, 1. Okay, your next point, see, negative 1, negative 2, negative 1, negative 2. I'm going to write this, sorry, a little bit lower. I'm going to hit my graph. So this is negative 1, negative 2. And that goes 2, switch it, so it would be negative 2, negative 1. Okay, we're doing the inverse. So switch your x and y values. Finally, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I just graphed it. I should have known that. It's negative 7 and 2. So then switch it. What's the inverse point of negative 7, 2? 2, negative 7. So now you have your, So now you have your new points. I'll try and do it in purple. We'll see if it works. I don't know. So my inverse has the point 4, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Can you tell this is a different color? Oh yeah, you can. And then -2, -1, -2, -1. So these guys are pretty close. My graph won't be super accurate because I drew it by myself without having a coordinate plane, just so you know. Oh, what was I doing? Oh, and then the last one is 2, -7. So 2, -7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like there-ish. Okay, and then you're just going to go ahead and connect them. And we go from there to there. They shouldn't intersect. Oh, it almost does. It shouldn't quite, this is why my graph isn't super accurate. It should not quite hit this point. Right to the negative side of it. Okay. I'll do it. Can you see that line? Hold on. Did I draw a line wrong? So we went from here. Oh, I did. Uh-oh. What line did I draw wrong? Oh, this line. My bad. You're not connecting those two lines. All right. Maybe we should label our points. That would be helpful, wouldn't it? This is our first one, so let's call this point A. So this is point A. And this is our new, what's our new point A? Oh, this is our new point A. So I'm going to call this A1. Oh, in purple. That's A1. That's my new A. So I have A, A1. Then call this red, no why, this red point is B. Yeah, so this one is B. And B went to -2, -1, -2, -1. Okay, so this is my new B. That's my new B. And so then this must be C. Yeah. So A and C don't touch each other. My bad. So this is C. And so C went to here. Sorry, they don't touch. So this is C1. Okay, so A to B. So that's what I didn't do. Oh boy. Okay, sure. Call that close enough. Okay, there. There it is. That's better. My bad. So A connects to B, which connects to C. So A connects to B, which connects to C. Sorry about that. My bad. So you go, that's your graph. And if you were to draw in on a more accurate graph, maybe you can kind of see it online. If you drew in the line y equals x, they would be reflections across it. If you were to draw in the line y equals x, they would be reflections across that line. Okay. Oh, and then is f of -1x a function? So is the inverse graph a function? Is my purple graph a function? So remember, it's a graph. So you can do the vertical line test, or you can say, is there more than one output for every input? So if I do the vertical line test on my purple graph, it's already failing it. It's hitting it twice. No. There are multiple outputs for the same input. That means there are multiple y values for every x value. So it looks like when x is 1, y is there and also there. So no, not allowed. Okay, 12 and 13 are very similar to what we just did. Okay, so I'm going to move on to 15 through 20. Okay, so I'm going to start with number 16, just because. So for these, it says multiply, write your answers in simplest radical form. So we don't want any decimals. So what we're going to do is I have 6 times square root 11 times 2 minus square root 11. So just not factor, goodness gracious. So you're going to distribute this whole thing. 6 square root 11 times 2 and times the square root of negative 11. Sorry, minus times negative square root 11. There it is. So 6 square root 11 times 2. You do 2 times 6, so you get 12 square root 11. Okay? Woo. Then you have 6 square root 11 times, well, negative 11. The square root of 11 times the square root of 11. You have to remember radical rules. If you have the square root of 2 times the square root of 2, that's technically the square root of 2 squared, which is just 2. Oh, I'm over here. So then that becomes 6 times 11, but you have this negative sign. So negative 11. All right, you have the negative sign there. So then that's 66. So minus 66. All right, so that was number 16. All right, number 18. So you have 3 plus 2 times the square root of 13. And then all of that 3 times 3 minus 2 square root of 13. So we did some review on foiling yesterday, or today, whatever, I don't know, on Tuesday. So, did I write this right? Okay, I did. You're just going to FOIL. Woo! So 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 3 is 9. And then you have 3 minus 2 square root of 13. So you're just going to multiply 3 times negative 2. You get negative 6 square root 13. I'm in the glare. I'll bring it down. So then we're done with the 3. So then move on to this guy. 2 square root of 13 times 3. 2 times 3 is 6. And then square root of 13. 2 times 3 is 6 times the square root of 13. And then you multiply these two together. So you're going to get, I'll do it down here. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. And then you have the square root of 13 times the square root of 13. The square root of 13 times the square root of 13 is 13. All right, so that is negative 4 times 13, which is negative 52. Right? And then combine. So I have 9 and negative 52. So 9 minus 52 is negative 43. And then negative 6 square root 13 plus 6 square root 13. If you combine these together, one's positive, one's negative, so they cancel out. So you're just left with negative 43. All right. I'm going to leave you alone now. Good luck.